Hey guys, YouTube Warrior 100 here. Alright, and now here I am with another Nickelodeon Christmas special review. And now next up for the next review, this is going to be a review for the CatDog Christmas special. A very CatDog Christmas. So this episode originally aired in November of 1999. This was actually the final episode of the second season of the show. Yeah. So Cat Dog is really like another show that I really did like as a kid. As a kid I really did watch Cat Dog a lot. Like it was along with shows like Rugrats and Hey Arnold and Wild Thornberries and Rocket Power and those kind of shows. Yeah, like the show originally aired or, like during the era like all those shows were on Nickelodeon. Yeah, and I really did like Cat Dog a lot. Yeah, I mean, it was set around two conjoined brothers that were like a cat and a dog, of course, and they were named like Cat and Dog. Yeah, yeah, and it really was just like how they would be living their life, and they would like always just do everything together because they were like conjoined like whenever they would do like something that usually was just like a one person job, they would do it together. Yeah, and it was just pretty funny just to kind of see them always being conjoined, and they would have to always do things together and go everywhere together. Yeah, so I really did like Cat Dog as a kid. Yeah, and even now I still really do enjoy it. Like there are episodes of the show that I still really do enjoy watching now. Yeah, and as far as the special goes, overall I did think that this was a sorry, I think I'm starting to hiccup a little bit. Yeah, overall I did think this was a pretty good um Christmas special. I mean, like I've been saying with some of the other ones that I've been talking about, for a cat dog Christmas special, I think this is probably what most people would really think of. Yeah, because the premise that it has, I think is like it does kind of have the cat dog formula to it. Yeah. What it's really about is that it is of course Christmas, and like uh cat and dog usually have a whole bunch of traditions that they have during Christmas time. Yeah, but then then I'm after they're seeing that how there are some gifts that they each do kind of want. After Rancid Rabbit, if you watch the show, you know Rancid Rabbit. He was kind of one of the antagonists of the show. Yeah, Rancid Rabbit, he has his niece Rancine with him, and then Rancine is really spoiled, and she ends up wanting a cat dog for Christmas. Yeah, and when a Rancid Rabbit offered them some compensation, and if they would be Rancine's Christmas gift, initially they ended up turning it down. Yeah, but eventually then Cat more specifically ends up agreeing to it. Yeah, and so then they then do become Rancine's Christmas gift. Yeah, but it shows that Santa is very disappointed in Cat's decision to pretty much such um Yeah, just like he was like upset in Cat's decision to pretty much like sell themselves for Christmas, and so then because of the like just the disappointment, Santa like decides to cancel Christmas. Yeah, and then when he cancels Christmas, like every like a Christmas, everything Christmas related just like wound up like disappearing, and so there was pretty much no Christmas. Yeah, and then eventually Cat does like realize the mistake, and so then like cat and dog wind up like escaping from rancid rabbits, and then yeah, then they go home, and then like they see that like all their Christmas stuff is gone, but then like in the end like a lesson is really learned about like what Christmas is really about. Yeah. So yeah, so because like it really does like send the message of and really like give the lesson of what Christmas is really about. Yeah, I think that this really is like done like pretty well, and it really is a pretty good Christmas special. Yeah. I mean, of course like other like specials and movies have like had have like told this message. So yeah, so this really is not really anything original, but still like it does still do a good job of really telling this message. So yeah. So in the end, like despite the fact that like it's not really the most like original message in the world, yeah, it still does do a good job of telling it, and I still do find it like a pretty hard to really say that this special wasn't good. So yeah, so yeah, it is like overall a pretty good special. And like I said, I really do think it really is kind of like the cat dog type of Christmas special that most people would probably expect if you did watch a cat dog when it did air on TV on Nickelodeon. So yeah, so so I really can't find that much to really complain about. I mean, I admittedly don't really like Rancine. I mean, yeah, she can. I just find her to be kind of annoying, and honestly, like seeing how much of a brat she is, it kind of just make me want to smack her. Yeah, I mean, and plus, yeah, I really never really did like a Rancid Rabbit in the show. Oh, as it was, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that was the idea since he was an antagonist, and yeah, I just really did not like him. So yeah, so Rancine is really a brat, so I really don't like her in this special. But yeah, like I said, it does tell this story pretty well, and I do kind of like how like when Santa says that he cancels Christmas, like all the Christmas stuff really does like go as well. So so really just how showing how it's not really like a like it really is like really being literal, like canceling Christmas and not really just saying that the holiday won't happen. Like everything Christmas related does actually disappear. So yeah, so I do like how it really does go down that route. So yeah, so really, I just really can't find a lot to really complain about with this. I mean, I know I'm not really like going that much into it, but it really is kind of like very simple, but it still does really like do a good job of telling the message that it does. So yeah, so I really find it hard to really say it's not good. So yeah, so I do think that it is a pretty good uh, Christmas special. I mean, like I've been saying with the other ones I've talked about in these reviews, I really don't think it's among the best Nickelodeon Christmas specials. I really think that the Christmas specials that are like were like a Rugrats and SpongeBob and Hey Arnold and yeah ones I've talked about previously. I do think that like those really are like a lot better than the ones that I have been talking about in these reviews. But yeah, this is still overall a pretty good Christmas special. So yeah. So if you haven't seen it before, check it out. I know like I really didn't watch this special that much when CatDog originally did air on TV. So yeah, so it wasn't so yeah, it's not really a special that I really am like that familiar with, but yeah, after watching it again, I did find myself liking it enough. All right, so yeah, so I guess I'll just talk a little bit about the plot of the episode. Yeah. So yeah, so of course it's Christmas time, and as the episode starts, it shows how like a cat and dog have like decorated their own Christmas trees, yeah, and then they like do their tradition of placing presents for each other under the tree, yeah, and yeah, and it shows how like initially like cat really doesn't have anything to give to dog, so he just ends up like putting a small jelly bean under one of the trees, yeah, and then yeah, and then later on, it shows how they're at the mall, and as they are like then like they see Santa then appearing, then cat and dog then like hurry to like get to Santa, and their dog was like telling Santa what he wanted for Christmas, and then cat then told Santa what he wanted for Christmas, and yeah, and it's established how like Cat like really does want a sports car for Christmas, and then yeah, and then after the cat and dog walked off, then Rancid Rabbit then appeared and brought his niece Rancine to the mall, and as she sat on Santa's lap, Rancine was saying that Rancid had already gotten her everything in the mall, but then she saw Cat Dog and was like saying how she wanted them, and then Rancid made an offer to Cat Dog to be Rancine's present, but like I said, Cat Dog initially ended up rejecting the offer. Yeah, and then yeah, then later on, as a cat and dog then were really kind of um looking at some other items. Then as they were looking at a pile of bones, and then Cat then ended up seeing a sports car in display. Like, like uh, a cat was then telling Dog about an idea that he had, and eventually then and Cat then told Rancid that they would be Rancid's gift, but with the like a with the condition that they would have access to all of Rancid's belongings, and then Rancid ended up agreeing to it, even though a dog really did have doubts about it. Yeah, yeah, but then yeah, dog eventually ended up agreeing as well after Cat was believing that they would get a fortune doing it. So yeah, so then both Cat and Dog then agreed to it, and then shook Rancid's hand as a way to sign. Yeah, yeah, but then yeah, then later on, after Cat Dog was brought back to Rancid's mansion, and they were put in a present. As in, yeah, yeah, it then showed how Santa was upset about Cat agreeing to sell them him and Dog to Rancid, and then and yeah, and then he was just so disappointed that he was saying that Christmas didn't make people happy anymore, and then he just wound up canceling Christmas, and then it showed him riding off on his sleigh, and as he did all the Christmas related items ended up disappearing, so Christmas trees and Christmas presents and all that stuff, yeah, all the Christmas items just wound up disappearing along with him. Yeah, and then it was reported on the news that Cat Dog is to blame for Christmas's cancellation, and then like uh other characters such as Winslow, of course the blue rat that lived in Cat Dog's house with them, as well as the greasers. Yeah, if you watched Cat Dog, you know of the greaser dogs, which consisted of Cliff, Shriek, and Lube. Yeah, yeah, and so then yeah, Winslow and the greasers then agreed to just go after Cat Dog. Yeah, and then yeah, then it showed how the box that Cat Dog was in was no longer wrapped up like a present after Santa had all the Christmas items disappearing. Yeah, and so then Rancine then just removed a Cat Dog from the box, and just she told them that Christmas is gone and it's time to play. And then eventually then Cat then wound up driving his sports car inside of the mansion along with Dog, and eventually they wound up hitting the frame where the Christmas tree was, and then Dog then realized that he really did miss the Christmas tree characteristics. Yeah, and then Cat then realized how he really did make the wrong decision, and so then they then decided to go back home, but Rancine wouldn't and didn't want them to leave, so she wound up putting them in a bird cage to keep them. Yeah, but yeah, then later on, Rancine was holding the cage. But then it wound up opening, and then yeah, Cat Dog then wound up escaping the cage and locked Rancine inside of it. Yeah, and then they eventually were able to escape. Rancid's mansion, yeah. And then when they arrived home, they then saw that like all their Christmas stuff was gone, like their traditions, like their Christmas trees and their Christmas punch and all the other stuff was completely gone due to Christmas being canceled. Yeah. And then once the Greasers, Winslow, as well as Eddie Squirrel arrived at the house, along with Rancid and Rancine, like yeah, they were all, of course, like trying to go after CatDog, and then Cat was then like was just saying that it was his fault for canceling Christmas, and he was just like so ashamed of it. And then as everybody was attempting to go after Cat, Dog then like stopped them, and he just said that they can still have Christmas. And then Dog then like recreated like all their Christmas decor out of like some junk. Like he like recreated their Christmas trees and filled their Christmas punch bowl with just some like a dishwater. Yeah, and then then Dog then like just like helped everybody realize that like Christmas is really about like sharing with loved ones and stuff, and so then everybody realized what the definite meaning of Christmas was. So then then when they realized it, then like the moon then like was shining from the window, and then then like Cat Dog and the others then were like saying Merry Christmas to each other. Yeah, and then Santa then appeared, and then Cat apologized for selling himself, and yeah, then Santa told Cat Dog that Christmas was back on. So then all the Christmas items then all reappeared, and then then Santa gave Cat Dog and all the others presents, and then wound up leaving. And then it showed how like Cat's present was a toy houseboat that was made out of popsicle sticks, and Dog had a bar of soap. Yeah, and then like all the characters then wound up singing a song together at the best part of Christmas. Yeah, but then then Cat Dog then eventually disappeared, and then it's showed how like they were like in front of Santa's sleigh, like pretty much like leading the reindeer. Yeah, and then it just ended with Dog then seeing a garbage truck and then diving down to chase after it, and you just had both Cat and Santa yelling at Dog for chasing after the garbage truck, and that's how it ended. So yeah, like I said, like it is like a relatively simple story for this special, and and the message really is not anything we haven't really heard before, but it still does do a good job of really telling the story and really like delivering this message, and it does it in a nice way, and like there are some creative things that happen with like all the Christmas stuff disappearing, and and they were like some good things in here with like a Cat eventually like realizing the mistake that he made, and really just like the message of like what Christmas is really about. So so it does really succeed in like delivering its message. So like I've been saying, it really is hard to really say that this really is not a good special. I mean, like I said, it's not among like the best Nickelodeon Christmas specials, but it is still pretty enjoyable. And and like I've been saying, like it does kind of like seem like what a Cat Dog Christmas special would be like for I can. It would really is like what people would really seem to expect out of a Cat Dog Christmas special. So so due to those factors, I would give the special a pass. It is done really well. So so if you haven't seen it before, then despite the fact that it's not the most original message, as I've been saying, it still does tell this message really good. And and I would say give it a watch if you haven't seen it before. All right, so so I guess that's the best way I can put it. All right, so I guess this is all I really have to say. All right, so so this is my review of the Cat Dog Christmas special, a very Cat Dog Christmas. So so I hope you guys did enjoy this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.